All right, let's get into learning how to make dark trap melodies with pianos. So here's basically what we're going to be going over. We're going to start with learning how to outline our melody. Then we're going to go into giving that melody bounce. It's kind of an alternative way to think about counter melody. Then we're going to layer that melody with acoustic instruments. Then we're going to add synthetic instruments to that. We're going to add some bass. We're going to do some mixing. We're going to add some drums. And then we'll talk a little bit about arrangement before getting out of here. Without too much more talking, go ahead and subscribe if you're excited to learn. Go ahead and subscribe if you're excited to keep learning about making amazing melodies. Without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're on day 59, I believe. Definitely feeling like some dark trap today. So one thing that's really important when you're creating this outline is the bass notes, because I've noticed, maybe I'm biased because I literally played a bass, but like bass really does carry melodies, so you want to make sure you get that right. So we'll just kind of figure out if we can follow these half steps or at least make something to complement these half steps we have going on here. So let's see. I mean, that just makes sense because we are still technically in C minor. That's cool. So now we want to get into building that or giving the melody bounce, like I was saying, and this is an alternative way of thinking about counter melody, or harmony is technically the more accurate word if you're thinking about terms of music theory. But the whole point being that you don't really want to think about it as a separate entity. I think that's the problem a lot of people have. It's really just meant to complement the melody you already have going. So I just think about it as, you know, adding bounce. Let's see, can get like a triplet bounce going here. Randomize that a little bit. I'm overthinking it. I'm trying to make it too melodic. Hey, real-time lessons. Yeah, don't overthink it. Boom. So the goal is to really reach a point where you're like, this sounds full enough to move on. And I feel like I've really reached that point. I'm just going to level it off a little bit more and then move on to adding the next acoustic instrument. I might layer that though with like another string and then move it up an octave. Oh, I like that. Then we can offset it actually. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like that. So the goal here now is to add some kind of like accenting synthetic instrument. I used to do this with pads, but I noticed that that takes up a lot of sonic space, which distracts the artist and they don't like that. So I noticed the accents add enough and fill up the sonic space to where it's like interesting without really distracting from everything else that's going on. By the way, I am notorious for using strings in my melodies, man, but let me know what your favorite acoustic instrument is. Do you like flutes, clarinets? Are you the flute guy? Are you the guy who always says, put a flute in that bitch? Let me know in the comment section. And so now pretty much the last thing I'm gonna do, melodically speaking, is just add like a melodic bass element, not necessarily like a synth bass line or like even like an 808. I really do just mean like an instrument that is a bass, but for the purpose of giving this like a low end texture. And the tip I can give you here is really don't overthink it. Like follow your root note, because making bass lines are hard. It's like literally like trying to make a flute melody. It's difficult to make a good one. So just stick with the notes that make sense. Come to the 14 drum kit, yo. Get that update. But yeah, I'm gonna add this to make it sound more textured. Mixing, which brings us into mixing. So I'm going to kind of move quickly through this melody mixing process, but I have an entire tutorial, kind of a full guide to show you exactly kind of like my process in depth, a literal masterclass on how I mix melodies so that they sound kind of lush and very nice in the mix. So go check that out now if you want, or after this video. You can put both the pianos in one track. We can just take both the strings and put it in one track for simplicity's sake. We can take all the runs and put it in one track as well. Then we can take the bass and the perk loop and route them to their own individual tracks as well. So let's rename these so I don't get confused. So then I'm gonna create a couple of kind of signal flow tracks. So this first one is going to be our melody bus, and then the second one is going to be our reverb send, which we may or may not need. And so now we can take all of these melodies and route them to this one track. Excellent, excellent. Then we can take all of these, bring them down, and then let's begin to mix. So let's start with the piano. Cool. So this is mostly just time manipulation so far. I'm just getting set up so we can add some variation. I've also got a really neat arrangement tutorial as well. Hopefully I will be able to remember to link that below for you. think I definitely want to telephone EQ that. Let's add some flanges. I like that. Then let's do some delay first. Beautiful. Ooh, hey, we are cooking now. Hey, look, go check out that mixing tutorial for Melodies. Mixing really can add some flair to your shit, bro. Could use some more reverb though. I want it to be very like washed out, more like felt than heard, like a pad almost. Cool, so I'll finish this melody bus off with some neutron. Boom. Excellent. All right, excellent. So now we can move on to the drums. So again, this is going to be something that I move through, but I will talk about specific parts. But I mean, years have gone into the development of my drum bounce. Like, it might look simple, but it's so much. But I did recently make a really good full drum bounce guide, so I'll have that link below so you can check that out right now or after this video as well. It's good stuff. By the way, you guys, let me know, drop a like if you want me to drop like a baseline 808, melody / programming tutorial. I dropped one in the past, but it wasn't as technically sound as I might have wanted it to be based on the feedback I've been getting in terms of like the questions I've been getting from you guys. It seems like you guys just actually struggle with like knowing how to lay down the bass notes and like the 808s and stuff, like knowing how to just make it sound good. So if that's something you guys want, drop a like, drop another comment, let me know that's what you want to see. I got you guys. Let's do like another 808, why not? I'm pretty satisfied. And so I won't get into arranging this really, even though it's damn near arranged, to be real with you. I think arrangement is a skill that goes hand in hand with mixing, right? And so both of those together really do come together to make what I believe to be engineering. And I think engineering is one of those skills that you definitely want to level up, you know, in terms of like being a producer, if you want to like actually get somewhere. So if you want to check out what I've learned through 6 years and 5 figures of spending on learning the skill, check out this tutorial that's appearing on the screen right now. It's kind of like a 101 introductory masterclass into my approach to production engineering. Go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to see next in this dark melodies or melodies from scratch series. And I got y'all. See you in the next one. Be blessed. Be nice to women. Peace.